Introducing your 2011 AAA Blues. Defenseman. Number 2, Patrick Komodowski. Defenseman. Number 7, Hutch Rubis. Forward. Number 9, Tyson Boyer. Defenseman. Number 10, John Peterson. Defenseman. Number 11, Malachi Smith. Defenseman. Number 12, Linus Brooks. Forward. Number 13, Brandon Bauer. Forward. Number 16, Braden Harris. Forward. Number 17, Jackson Giorgio. Defenseman. Number 19, Emerson Minimin. Forward. Number 21, Mason Blanchard. Forward. Number 27, Grant Fugner. Forward. Number 29, Ian Bowers. Goalie. Number 30, Max Stutzer. Goalie. Number 31, Luke Scanapieko. Forward. Number 66, Braden Schneider. Forward. Number 85, Gordon Crowley. Forward. Number 88, Luke Wessel. Forward. Number 91, Jonathan Zilm. Forward. Number 93, Ben Spatansky.
Okay, let's go.
Good morning, Blues fans. We are live here on the Plager Rink at the Centene Community Ice Center for today's matchup of your St. Louis Blues versus the Windy City Storm. Game 2 of 2 against this team. Blues went down 2-0 yesterday to Windy City. 2 wins on the weekend versus Omaha. One yesterday morning, one Friday night, I don't know, whatever it was. 2 wins against Omaha, a 2-0 loss to Windy City yesterday, and Blues looking to rebound and come out with some speed this morning and get some quick goals against Windy City. Blues have finished up their pregame talk with the team at the bench. Blues are going to start this matchup with Malachi Smith and Linus Brooks on defense. The forward unit to start will be Gordon Crowley centering Brandon Bauer and Ian Bowers. Starting goaltender for this matchup is going to be Max Stutzer, who had a good performance yesterday, looking to repeat that. Referees finishing up their pregame talk with the scorekeeper, Windy City, giving stick taps to their goaltender. And we are ready to get this game started as the ref is ready to drop the puck. Windy City Center giving final instructions to the defense, and we are ready to get action underway. Face-off is won by Windy City back to their defenseman. He fans on the puck. Brandon Bauer hits him. They're able to clear it into the Blues zone. Brooks grabs it. He goes to his partner Smith. Smith back to Brooks. He's going to skate it out of the zone. He goes far side. He hits Bauer. Bauer far side for Bowers. He tips it in deep. It's going to go all the way behind the Windy City net. Good forecheck by Brandon Bauer. Puts it back behind the net for Ian Bowers. Ian, he battles a man off. He gets it to his center, Crowley. Crowley out to the point. Brooks' shot hits a stick in front. Rebound picked up by the Blues. Crowley didn't see it on the sideboards as he was going for a change. And here comes Windy City through the neutral zone with numbers. Good push to the outside by Malachi Smith. Causes an errant shot to go behind the net. Windy City trips their own player behind the net. Brooks gets it. He goes to Smith. Smith's pass to Bauer is out of his reach. They're going to wave it off and say it was touched as the Blues finish a full line change. Jackson Giorgio fresh on the ice. Forechecks behind the net. His winger, Boyer, comes in to help him out. Windy City's pass off the mark goes back into their far corner. They're going to flip it up the boards, clear to the neutral zone. And hit by Boyer causes a turnover, and Windy City takes it off of Blues player's stick. They take a long shot, and that is an easy glove save by Stutzer here with 14:45 left in the first period. Blues complete the line change. Up front, we have Giorgio, Zilm, and Boyer. Defensive pairing is Rubis and Peterson. Face-off is won by Windy City. The point, long shot, that is deflected to the corner. Boyer knocks it down for Peterson. Peterson back to Boyer. Boyer's pass picked off. Quick shot. Hits something in front. Goes right into the crease. Zilm comes away with it. He gets taken down. Chips it forward. Giorgio's there for it. He gets hit as the puck gets knocked into the zone. Boyer hits his man, and Zilm picks up the loose puck, and he puts it in. Giorgio's shaken up. He's going to go for a change as Windy City circles in their own zone. Their pass to the outlet picked off. Rubis grabs it. He throws it on net. Windy City's goalie plays it to their defense. He takes it behind the net. He's going to go up the sideboards. Blanchard's standing there waiting for it. Gets it to Wessel. Wessel gets the shot off, and then he gets leveled from behind and into the goalie. So good opportunity there on the turnover by Windy City. Puck gets to Wessel's stick. He gets a shot off, saved by Windy City's goalie, and then he gets absolutely dumped into the goaltender after the play. Blues send out Komodowski and Miniman on defense. Forward unit will be Spatansky, Blanchard, Wessel up front. Offensive zone faceoff, comes to the right of the Windy City goaltender. Face-off is pushed to the far corner. Nobody there for either team. Windy City picks it up. They're going to skate it up the boards. Pass intercepted by Miniman. He puts it back in the zone on net, and he's going to cover it, and that's going to do it for that play. So this time we'll do an offensive zone face-off to the left of the Windy City goaltender. Spatansky takes that. He wins it back to the point to Miniman. Miniman shoots, blockered to the far side by the goaltender. They put it back in deep. Blanchard goes in on the forecheck. They wrap around the far side. Miniman pinches, and it deflects out of the zone. Wessel picks it up. He tries to go to Komodoski. It's out of his reach. Komodoski's exit attempt is blocked off a shin pad. Puck bounces out, and here comes Wessel Blanchard, and they send it back to Miniman. He's going to put it in deep. Goalie plays it to their defenseman. He's going to take it behind the net. He goes far side. That puck is stopped by Schneider's shin pad, held there, and Windy City grabs it and sends it right back out. They get it to the center. Puck bounces in front. Nobody there to clear it. Harris gets it out, and he's trying to push forward as he's got a man all over him. He sends it back to the point, goes to Fugner. Fugner far side, brings it here in the zone. He cuts to the middle, tries to take a shot, rolls off his stick. Harris picks it up, and him and Fugner collide, and puck rolls on net and covered by the Windy City goaltender. Blues complete the change. Brooks and Malachi Smith, the defensive pair. Schneider, Fugner, Harris up front. Offensive zone face-off again will be to the left of the Windy City goaltender. Face-off is won by Windy City. They go tic-tac-toe out of the zone. They bring it through the neutral zone, bring it into the blue zone. They're going to put it in deep and hard. Schneider goes over with Malachi Smith. They battle. It comes behind the net. Windy City picks it up. They go out to the middle. One-time shot. Pad saved by Stutzer. Goes right to Harris. Harris to Fugner. Fugner puts it in deep, takes the hit. Blues start a line change as Harris and Fugner going on the forecheck. Malachi Smith pinches on the far side, holds it, shot, goes just wide. Bauer picks it up on the far side as he's fresh on the ice. He puts it behind. Fugner's going to come and win that battle in the corner. He pushes it back behind the net and has it knocked off his stick at the last minute. Windy City goes up the sideboard. Long pass picked off by Harris. He makes a move around. He gets tripped. Still has the puck. Goes behind for Bauer. Bauer has it knocked off of his stick, and the Blues are finishing their line change. Crowley fresh on the ice. Is on the forecheck. Windy City grabs it. They try to throw it out. Gloved down by Malachi Smith. Shin pad block on the shot, and here comes Windy City 2-on-1 back into the blue zone. Good hustle by Ian Bowers to get back. Breaks that up. Then his pass forward is picked off. And luckily, their pass off the mark goes right to Malachi Smith. Bowers tries to clear. Defense holds. Malachi Smith gets it back. He's this time sends it high off the glass. That's going to go all the way down. Windy City's goalie has to come out and play it, as I don't know what Windy City's players thought was happening, but that was not going to make it all the way down. So after that icing, Blues will have an offensive zone face-off to the left of the Windy City goaltender. Crowley, Bauer, Bowers up front with Peterson and Rubis, the defensive pair. 0-0 game. Face-off is won by the Blues. Bowers tries to push towards the net. It goes to the corner. Bowers grabs it. His pass to Bowers picked off, and then Windy City sends it all the way down. And one ref called icing, the other says it was touched. It looked like it had bounced over the stick of Peterson. But Blues regroup behind their own net. Rubis brings it out to the side. He goes to Bauer. Bauer tries to go far side. It gets tipped. Crowley picks it up. He's going to flip it in deep, and the Blues go in on the forecheck. Crowley first to the puck as they wrap it around. They tip it over the head of Peterson. Rubis has to retreat to the Blues zone. He grabs it. Blues start a line change with the forward unit. Giorgio now back on the ice after being shaken up on his last shift. Rubis brings it out to Peterson. Peterson goes up the boards, tries to hit Giorgio. Heads up, nobody there, and Windy City comes back away with it. Shot blocked by Peterson, goes to the far corner. Windy City gets it back. Quick shot, glove save by Stutzer. .10:30 left here in the first period. Tie game 0-0. Blues finish the line change. Giorgio's wingers join him. That's Zillman Boyer. Defensive unit is Komodoski and Miniman. Blues clearing attempt is flipped off the boards. That's picked up. Miniman gets it back. He reverses. He goes far side, hits Boyer. Boyer has some room, brings it through the neutral zone, takes it to the outside, turns on the speed, takes it to the corner. Nobody there. He's going to put it behind the net the far way. Miniman pinches. He holds the puck up there for Giorgio. Giorgio back to Miniman. Miniman behind the net for Boyer. Boyer back around the boards. Miniman's going to have to pitch again. Holds it there. He puts it back in deep. Now Boyer goes back on the forecheck. First a puck right out to Giorgio. Giorgio shot blocked. Zilm gets it. He gets a shot off, and Blues are going to go to a penalty kill. How are the Blues getting a penalty there? So Blues are going to get a penalty on something. Or wait, is it? Yeah, Blues are getting a penalty. The faceoff will be outside of the Blues zone, as it looks like it was an icing. So Giorgio for cross-checking. I didn't see it. And Blues go to the penalty kill with 9:44 left here in the first period. Wessel and Spatansky will be the forward unit. Miniman Komodowski will be the defensive unit. And we will have an neutral zone face-off because the icing negated the face-off in the Blues zone, right next to the Blues bench here. Face-off won by the Blues. They put it out to the neutral zone, hits off a shin pad. Good pressure by Spatansky. Keeps him honest and causes a turnover. Windy City picks it right back up, though. They reverse in their own corner. They're going to go to the far point. And Wessel's all over him. Windy City turns. They take the shot. Miniman grabs it. His clearing attempt hits the referee's skate. Goes right back to Windy City. They're going to send it out to the point now. They're going to take the shot. Tipped on. Good save by the pad of Stutzer. And Wessel's going to pick up the loose puck. He flips it high in the air. Spatansky gives chase. And he's just going to keep him behind the net. They go around. Soft pass to the sideboards. Here comes their big number 17 with speed through the neutral zone. They're going to take it all the way to the outside. He takes it behind the net, passes to the front. Shot there, rebound there. Miniman grabs it, sends it up to the point, doesn't get out, and here they come again with pressure as they circle. Good play by, who is that, Wessel to hold them on the boards. Heads up, Windy City comes away with it. They got 3 men near the Blues net. And still with the control of the puck, gets knocked off their stick by Blanchard. And Blues had enough of that action, so they're going to send it all the way down for an icing. We'll have a defensive zone face-off to Stutzer's left. 8:25 left in the first period. 11 seconds left in the Giorgio minor penalty. Face-off won by Windy City out to the point. They send it to the sideboards. Good step up by Malachi Smith. Breaks it up. He loses his stick. Clearing attempt goes right back to Windy City's point. And now Blues back to full strength. Giorgio stays on, goes out. They send a rocket of a pass across. Nobody can handle that. It bounces to the sideboards. Blanchard gets it. He tries to tip it out to Giorgio. It gets knocked off of his stick. Windy City comes away with it. Good play by, I think that was Boyer to knock off his stick. And Giorgio with the semi-break shoots and goal by the Blues. Giorgio, on an individual effort, breaks into the zone and beats the goalie high glove as it bounces off the top of the glove and goes in the net. So Blues back to 5-on-5, get an even strength goal by Giorgio as he came out of the box and redeemed himself for that early penalty. So Blues make a fresh line change after that Giorgio goal. Bugner centering Harris and Schneider. Rubis and Peterson, the defensive pair. Face-off won by the Blues. Schneider tries to put it in, hits a stick. Rubis grabs it. He's going to bring it far side. They put it in deep. Blues get in on the forecheck now. And they're going to go high off the boards. They're going to try to tip it out. That's held in by Rubis. Rubis puts it back in deep. That's going to go all the way around. Peterson pinches far side, gets it to Harris. Harris reverses back to Peterson. It gets knocked out of the zone. Bugner retreats, grabs it. He sends it over to Rubis. Rubis, tip pass forward to Harris. Bounces off of his stick. Blues have to reclaim it in their own zone. Step up by Rubis in the hit. They go far side. They try to hit Harris. It's out of his reach. Pass to Schneider is tipped into the zone. Bugner in on the forecheck. Goalie comes out to play it. Schneider on the boards tips it out to Rubis. Rubis puts it far corner. Here come the Blues. Harris is going to win that battle to the puck. He reverses. He's looking for somebody. Blues send it over to Harris. Schneider's shot on. Loose puck in front. Bugner grabs it. He takes a shot. That one's saved, so 2 good saves. Bugner finishes his hit on the man. Rubis brings it in. He shoots. That goes just wide and comes far side. Peterson gives it back to Harris. Harris goes to Rubis again. Rubis shot. Stick save goes to the far side boards. Peterson pinches in. Blues going for a change. Good step up by Crowley. Holds in the zone. Windy City finally able to gain control, and they're going to clear it out to the neutral zone. They turn it over to Rubis. Rubis makes a move. He's got space. He's on a break. Shoot off the post. And rebound comes to the sideboards. Bauer grabs it. He's going to reverse at the top of the circle. He brings it back in. He tries to get it to Bowers. It's tipped to a Windy City player, and here they come back to the neutral zone, 1-on-3 into the blue zone. Take it to the outside, long shot. That goes wide, comes all the way out to Bowers. He tries to tip it out. It hits a Windy City player, stays in, and Blues have the puck in the neutral zone now as Windy City takes it back over. Good pass off the boards by Windy City, and they're coming right back in the blue zone. Long shot, that's wide by a mile. Blues hassle them on the sideboards. Ian Bauer, or that is Komodowski, tried to get it to Bauer. It got picked off. Now Ian Bowers has it. He brings it in. He chips it in deep. Nobody on the forecheck as Blues start the line change process. Pass whipped on behind the net. Spatansky fresh on the ice, gets it to Bauer. Bauer to Spatansky, can't get the one-timer off as it bounces off his stick. They send it back to the neutral zone. Miniman gets it, reverses to his partner, Komodowski. Komodowski far side for Blanchard. Blanchard around one, and here come the Blues back in. Shot, that's just wide. That's going to go all the way out to the point, saved by Komodowski at the point. His shot tipped to the far board. Spatansky gives chase. He puts it in deep for Blanchard. Blanchard has it knocked off of his stick, and here comes Windy City back through the neutral zone. Good stick by Miniman, causes a turnover, goes right to the stick of Komodowski. Komodowski hits Blanchard. Blanchard to Wessel, far side. He brings it in, drops it for Blanchard. Blanchard through the center, shot on net, glove save held on to by Windy City's goaltender to end that threat. So 4:47 left here in the first. Blues lead 1-0. Lots of pressure the last several shifts. They're going to send out Brooks and Malachi Smith to join the Spatansky line. Offensive zone faceoff comes to the right of Windy City's goalie. Won by the Blues, back to Smith. He goes to Brooks. Brooks back to Smith. Shot coming. That gets through, hits the goalie's blocker, goes to the corner. Pass back over cross side for Smith. Another shot on, and that is held on to, and we'll have a whistle. Little pushing by our grinders here. Windy City took exception to them just standing and breathing the same air as them, so they punched them. Windy City wins that draw. They go high off the glass. That is held in by the glove of Malachi Smith, and he chips it in deep. Spatansky picks it up as he battles a man in the corner. Wessel grabs it out to Blanchard. Blanchard shot. That's a shoulder save. And somebody's going to the box. Not sure who. I think it is another Blues power play. Well, the first Blues power play. So Blues go to the power play. Blues send out Giorgio, Boyer, Zilm up front.
Go, boys!
Defensive pair is Brooks and Malachi Smith to start this power play with 4:19 left. Face-off won by the Blues. Boyer sends it to Brooks. Brooks shot through right into the midsection and held on to by the Windy City goaltender, and we have another face-off coming up to his right. Giorgio lines up to take it. Giorgio thought he won the draw, but he didn't. Windy City comes away with it. They send it all the way down. That's going to go and stop right before the red line. Malachi Smith has to pick it up. Stops behind the net as the Blues get set up in their own zone. He gives it to Boyer. Boyer, his pass almost picked off. He gets it right back. It goes to Zilm. Zilm to Giorgio. Giorgio to Brooks. Brooks brings it in. He's going to stop as he saw pressure. He goes to Malachi Smith. Malachi back to Brooks. Brooks to Smith. Smith's shot pad saved by the goaltender. Bounces out to Boyer. Boyer tries to go deep. It gets hit off the stick of a Windy City player. Reversed right back up the boards. Boyer comes away with it. He makes a move. He gets it to Giorgio. Giorgio, or that's Zilm, sorry.
Let's go!
And that is going to be That's going to be a stoppage in play as the goalie holds on to it. Boyer tried chipping the puck to the ref, and the ref literally turned as it was coming and just sailed into the other corner. 3:28 left here in the first, 39 seconds left in the Blues' first power play. Blues lead by a goal. They send out Fugner, Harris, Schneider up front with Peterson and Rubis, the defensive pair. And they would like to get one here and get this to a 2-goal game. Fugner lines up for the draw. Face-off is a tie-up, and it goes up into the netting as Harris and the winger both went for it, hit both their sticks, and went straight up in the air. So we're going to do it again from the left of the Windy City goaltender. Fugner lines up to take it. Face-off is won by the Blues. Fugner gives it to Rubis at the point. Rubis down the sideboards for Harris. Harris back to Rubis. Rubis back to Harris. Tries to go deep. It gets knocked off his stick. Schneider picks it up. He reverses to Harris. Harris out to Rubis. Rubis to Peterson. Peterson back to Rubis. Harris on the near circle. Back out to the point to Rubis. Trying to clear a lane here and get some openings. Back to Harris. Harris to Schneider. Back to Harris. Over to Fugner. That goes off of his stick. And good play by Peterson. Holds it in. He goes behind the net for Schneider. It hits a stick. Schneider drops it for Harris. Harris skates it out of the corner. He goes to the point to Rubis. Rubis takes a shot. Shin pad blocked by Windy City. Harris battles 3 players. It kicks out to Fugner. Fugner puts it in deep. Harris is going to chase behind the net. He dodges a hit. It goes to the corner. Schneider hits his man. Puck is going to be held in by Harris. Schneider here in front with it. He skates it. He's going to go out to the point to Rubis. Rubis sets it. He sends it on net. Fugner with the rebound as he's looking. Blues start the line change process. He goes to Peterson. Peterson down the corner to Boyer. Boyer, quick pass to Bauer. I'm sorry, that was Bowers to Bauer. And it is held on to by the Windy City goaltender. So 2:09 left. Blues couldn't capitalize on that power play. 2:09 left in the first. Back to 5-on-5 hockey. 1-goal lead for the Blues. They send out Crowley, Bauer, and Bowers up front. Miniman, Komodowski, the defensive pair. Face-off won by the Blues. Komodowski gets it from Bauer. Miniman gets it then from Komodowski. Pass to Bauer, tipped back to Komodowski. Komodowski, far side for Miniman. It was a slow roller, so the best he can do is throw it in deep. And then here comes Windy City back out into the neutral zone. Pass was initially deflected by Bowers. Miniman grabs a loose puck, turns around, passes it to the Windy City player. Shot on. That's a stick save. And now Miniman and Bowers battle. Puck comes out far side. Bowers gets out to the point. He blocks the shot in. Komodowski grabs it, sends it up the boards. Bowers has it. He kicks it to his stick. He goes up for Bauer, and he brings it into Windy City's goal. He tries to hit Miniman far side. Miniman can't catch the pass. They send it into the corner, and it bounces on net as Crowley was battling for it, and Windy City's goalie is able to reach it, so he covers it. Good game by Windy City's goalie. Lots of pressure by the Blues in this first period, and he has been up for the challenge with the exception of the 1 goal. Blues send out Spatansky, Blanchard, and Wessel up front. Malachi Smith and Linus Brooks will be the defensive pair. Offensive zone face-off to the left of the Windy City goaltender is won by the Blues. Blanchard has it. He tries to go out to the point to Smith, hits a skate. They push it back in deep. They finally get it. They're going to clear it off the glass, hits a seam, bounces out to center ice. Brooks has to wait as he's got a winger tied up in the zone. He goes far side. Windy City intercepts. Tansky picks up the puck after the hit by Brooks. Then they go far side for Wessel, and here come the Blues with numbers. They go to Blanchard. Blanchard with room. Shoot! On net. Loose puck in front, and still loose. They take it behind the net. Nobody can get to that rebound as it was just sitting there. They send it out, gloved down in the neutral zone by Smith. He puts it back in. Skated to the side by Windy City. They reclaim it. They send back to the neutral zone. Smith has it again. He goes to Brooks. Brooks looks near side. He's going to chip it. It goes to Spatansky. Spatansky tries to get it to Wessel. It rolls off of their stick, and now Windy City has to retreat to their own zone. They go D to D behind the net. Pick it up on the sideboards. Good pinch by Spatansky. Holds it right there. Boyer on the ice as the Blues start to make a change. He comes in to help him out. Now Zilm is on the ice. And he sticks it back to Spatansky. Spatansky shot on. Saved by the Windy City goalie. Goes to the corner. And Boyer and Zilm now battle. Somebody's lost a stick. I'm not sure who. And that is going to do it for the second period. And ref telling Windy City to keep the sticks down as they like to throw that into the back there quite a bit. So that'll do it for the first period. Blues lead 1-0. 16 minutes on the clock for the second period. And we'll be back for that shortly. We'll see you then. And we are ready to get the second period underway. Blues are going to start this period with Giorgio, Zilm, Boyer up front. Defensive unit will be Peterson and Rubis. Stutzer continues in goal for the Blues. Face-off controlled by the Blues. Peterson has it. He crosses the red line. He's going to put it in deep. It is held at the line by Windy City's forward. As Windy City finally gets it, they pop it out to the neutral zone. Giorgio gets it. He gives it to Rubis. Rubis sends it to Zilm. Zilm shakes off a hit, gets the puck back to Rubis. Rubis, backhand pass to Peterson. Peterson's shot hits off a stick and goes behind Windy City's net. And Windy City picks it back up. They're going to skate it up the sideboards. Their puck is sent through the neutral zone and heads up. They've got a 2-on-1 back in. Good back check by Boyer. And high shot, shoulder save by Stutzer, as now Boyer battles on the sideboards. That puck bounced all the way out. Rubis comes away with it. He skates it behind the Blues net, reverses. He's going to come the other way, blows an edge, picks up the puck anyway. Boyer gets it. He goes far side, tries to hit Zilm, and Zilm gets absolutely leveled. That's probably a 2 and 10 for head contact, and we'll probably see him step to the box for a while. So let's see what they call. And they're going to call it interference. Probably a 2 and 10 for head contact as he put the shoulder directly into Zilm's head. But with that said, Blues go back to the power play. They send out Buchner, Schneider, Harris up front. Defensive unit will be Komodowski and Miniman. Buchner lines up to take the offensive zone face-off to the left of the Windy City goaltender. Face-off is tied up. Windy City grabs it. They send it out to the point. Miniman holds. He goes off the boards for Harris. Harris down low for Schneider. Schneider hits Fugner. His shot goes just wide, and Windy City takes it, and they're going to send it all the way down, and that will be an icing. So 14:40 left here in the second period, 1:12 left in the Blues power play, and icing against Windy City causes a defensive zone face-off for them, offensive zone face-off for the Blues, coming up to their goaltender's right, and no change in personnel as Fugner lines up to take this one. He wins it back. Windy City grabs it. They try to clear. Komodowski wins that battle with the puck. He gives it to Miniman. Miniman back to Komodowski. Komodowski back to Miniman. Miniman hits Harris down low. Harris to Schneider. Schneider tries to put it in front, hits Fugner, and has it bounce on his stick and heads up. Blues got to get back as they got a one-on-one back into the blue zone. Long shot. That goes wide. Schneider's going to pick up the loose puck. He holds it there for Harris. Harris sends it back to Komodowski. Komodowski, he tries to go far side to Miniman, hits Harris. Harris is going to skate it through the neutral zone, and he's going to bring it all the way in. He gets it knocked off of his stick, reclaims the puck, and keeps battling. He gets tripped up. Fugner steps in, grabs the puck. He reverses in the corner. He steps up. He takes a shot. That hits something, comes right back to his stick, back out to Komodowski. He goes to Miniman. Miniman tries to hit Fugner, bounces off a Windy City stick. Komodowski pinches in and grabs it. He sends it out to Harris. Harris has it bounce on him. Fugner has to retreat to the neutral zone. He grabs it. He's going to bring it back in. He skates into Windy City Storm. He takes a shot. That hits the post. Bounces back out. Ian Bowers fresh on the ice. Battles in the corner for it. It comes out. Harris and Schneider battle for it, and Windy City's going to bring it back to the neutral zone. Good hit by Komodowski. Takes him off the puck. Brooks grabs it. He puts it deeper for Como. Como goes up the boards for Ian Bowers. Ian Bowers stops out midair. He goes far side for Bauer. Bauer gives it to Brooks. Drop pass for Bauer. Shot on. Pass save. Rebound. Another save by the Windy City goaltender. And Blues, another good opportunity there. Two quick saves by Windy City's goaltender. One on the initial shot, one on the rebound. And that is a good keep for them, as that could have got it back to a 2-goal lead for the Blues. Blues finished the line change. Brooks and Smith on defense. Crowley, Bowers, and Bowers up front, or Bowers and Bauer up front, excuse me. Offensive zone face-off to the left of the Windy City goaltender, upcoming with 13:01 left here in the second period. Crowley ready to take it. Referee pushing the wingers out. Face-off won by Windy City. They send it up the boards. Pinched and held at the line by Crowley and Smith. They put it in deep. They're going to try it again, same way. They tip it forward. Good play by Crowley, breaks that up. Finally, they're able to squirt it through, and Brooks taps their man, and then they bring it back in offsides. So we'll have a neutral zone face-off again after that offsides. No change in personnel for the Blues. Stutzer goes for a skate to keep the legs loose. That face-off won by Windy City. They put it in deep. Malachi Smith can pick it up in the corner. He has a bounce on his stick, lets it roll for Crowley. Crowley battles a man. Windy City comes away with it. Pass picked off by Brooks. He gets it up to Bowers. He's going to bring it in the zone. Takes the outside, tries to get a pass to Bauer in front, just out of his reach. Windy City sends it back, and Blues player going to the box for something. I did not see what it was. I didn't see it. They're calling interference on somebody. Windy City hit their own goalie behind the net, and I think they thought a Blues player did it. Did anybody see that? It looked like the Windy City player collided with their goalie, and they called it on us. So Blues go to the penalty kill. We'll have to watch that one later. It looked like a Windy City defender collided with their own goalie behind the net. There wasn't even a Blues player back there, and the Blues go to the penalty kill. Could be wrong, but I don't know. The puck wasn't there, so I was watching the play. If anybody sees it, send us a comment. Let us know what you saw. So Bauer goes to the box for interference. Wessel Spatansky will start this penalty kill up front. Rubis and Peterson will be the defensive pair. Penalty is up on the clock. We're ready to drop. Wessel lines up to take this one. He's going to try to pull it to the corner for Rubis. It is won by Windy City. They go out to the point. He blows an edge, gets up, and maintains control. Rubus hits his man on the corner. Puck is sitting right behind him. Rubus, he's going to now hold it there. Windy City's second player comes in and grabs it. They try to go to the slot. They connect. Can't get the shot off. Wessel picks off the shot. He gets a little bit of hook there. And Windy City comes away with it. Shot. That's saved by Stutzer. Good play by Spatansky. One hand on a stick. He pushes it out to the neutral zone. Windy City reverses. They send it back to their deep man at their own blue line. He's going to bring it all the way up into the blue zone. He reverses. Tries to bring it towards the middle. He stops again as Rubus was all over him. He's going to skate it to the sideboards. They get it down into the corner, back out to the point. Nobody home as the defenseman was the one pinching, and it's going to go all the way out. Blues get one fresh killer on. Blanchard steps on for Spatansky, and here comes Windy City back in. They try to get to the center, and it goes right through the slot. Nobody home for either team, or at least nobody home with a stick on the ice, and that puck is sent. Rubus tied up with the player behind the play. Meanwhile, Blanchard on a breakaway brings it in shorthanded. He literally, the player threw his stick as Blanchard went around him and caused just enough disruption for Blanchard to not be able to get a shot off. Windy City brings it back in. They shoot from the side. They hit the leg pad of Stutzer. Miniman picks up the loose puck in the net. He flips it out high, trying to get it to Bauer. And Boyer helps grab it, and man, Blues just can't get a handle on that puck. Komodowski brings it in, tries to make a move. It gets knocked off his stick, goes to Boyer. Boyer, long shot, hits the goalie's stick and goes into the netting behind the glass. So Blues back to even strength after that Bauer penalty ends. They have Giorgio centering Boyer and Zilm up front. Miniman and Komodowski, the defensive pair. 10:36 left here in the second period. Blues up by a goal as it's 1-0. Face-off won by Windy City. They try to send it high off the glass. It gets around. Oh, no, 3-on-1. They bring it. Shot. Saved by Stutzer. Rebound sits there. Komodowski grabs it. He's going to skate it through the neutral zone. Tries to get it around. His dump is picked off, and here comes Windy City right back the other way. Komodowski grabs it. He's going to bring it back into the blue zone, reverses. His pass is right to a Windy City player, tic-tac-toe, and good save by Stutzer again. And Boyer grabs it. He goes right up the middle for Zilm. Zilm splits the D, but they take the puck. He blows a tire. Zilm picks up the loose puck. Wow, Windy City with a great play by that guy on the ice, knocks it off Zilm's stick, and he had some space to move. They get it. They're going to send it hard around. Komodowski pinches far side, takes the hit. Gets it lower for Boyer. Boyer puts it deeper. He gets the puck back, deflects off a stick, goes over the net. Zilm now battles far side. It's going to pop all the way out to the point. Pinched by Miniman, successful. It goes back in deep. Giorgio gets chased. Blues start a line change process. Puck is taken behind the net by Windy City. They go high off the glass. That's going to come all the way down, but it's going to be on net, so Stutzer's going to have to play it. He gives it to Miniman. Miniman goes to turn, didn't realize a Windy City player was there. They finally clear it out, and that goes all the way back in. Stutzer tries to settle behind the net. It bounces over his stick. Windy City comes away with it. Miniman gets it to Fugner. Fugner tries to go around the boards for Harris. That's going to go all the way down, not far enough for icing. Windy City picks it up. They're going to take it behind their own net. They're going to go hard around the boards. Brooks was just getting on the ice, so he couldn't get to the blue line to hold it. Scrum there. Schneider hits his man. They're going to chip it forward, heads up, 2-on-1. Good back check by the Blues. They take a shot. That is on net, gloved down by Stutzer and held on to for a faceoff. So Blues complete the line change. Fugner, Harris, and Schneider up front. Brooks and Smith will be the defensive unit. Stutzer with another good save and a hold there to end that threat. As the Blues were caught on a change there. Fugner lines up to take this defensive zone face-off to Stutzer's right. It is won by, well, it was a tie, and then it was taken by Windy City. They get it out to the point. They're going to put it in deep. Brooks goes into chase. Fugner's there in the corner with him. They try to pass it. It hits Harris right on the tape. He chips it around one man, and here we go. Blues bring it down deep into the zone. Harris beats his man to the puck. He shakes off a hit. He comes away with it. He takes a shot and a goal by Braden Harris on an amazing individual effort. He brings it out of the sideboard, cuts across the top of the circle, and then beats the goalie high glove. So Blues, with 8:16 left here in the second period, go up 2-0 as Braden Harris put on a clinic there and beats the goalie high glove. Good effort by him. Same 5 unit for the Blues. Buechner, Schneider, Harris up front. Smith and Brooks will be the defensive unit. Face-off won by Buechner back to Smith. Smith goes to Brooks. Brooks gets it forward, tries to hit Harris. It bounced over his stick, comes back out. Good chip by the Windy City player around Malachi Smith as Brooks comes back for it. He's going to send it up the sideboards. That is chipped all the way down, and that will be an icing against the Blues. Same 5 for the Blues will stay out for this defensive zone face-off to Stutzer's left. 8 minutes left here in the second period. 2-0 lead for the Blues. Buechner lines up to take this draw. It's going to be to the left of Stutzer again. Ref having a conversation with the wingers. Both wingers with a grin on their face. I'm not sure what the ref was saying, but Harris and the Windy City forward kind of chuckled after that conversation. Face off, won by Windy City, picked off by Buechner. He's going to skate it out, and here come the Blues through the neutral zone. Buechner crosses the red line. He gets interfered with, no call. Windy City stops it behind the net. They send it out. Schneider holds it in the corner with his skate, sends it up to Harris. Harris has it. He reverses. He has 2 men there. Buechner comes in to bail him out. And now Buechner and Harris battle 2 players. Windy City comes away with it. Buechner hits him. Windy City stretch pass, heads up. And he gets to the outside. Good play by Linus Brooks, breaks that play up as he gets knocked to the ice, knocks the puck back for Schneider. Schneider comes away with it. He chips around. He's going to bring it up to the corner. He's going to try to hit Crowley. Oh, Crowley was on a seam, and he flips it out, and that's going to go all the way down for icing. So 7:13 left in the second period. We'll have a defensive zone face-off to Stutzer's right as Crowley was down near the between the red line, blue line for Storm, and Schneider didn't see him, and it goes all the way down for icing. Crowley, Bowers, Bauer up front. They throw Crowley out of the dot. It is won by Bowers. Peterson goes behind the net. It's out of the reach of Rubis, and Crowley comes away with it. He sends it forward. Pass picked off by Peterson. He brings it in. Had to wait for Bauer to get on side. I don't think they were expecting Blues to have control of that puck there. And here comes Windy City back into the blue zone. Long shot deflects off Rubis' stick, and that goes into the netting. Crowley lines up for that draw. It is won by Windy City. They're going to put it deep behind the Blues net. Rubis gets there first. He sends it around far side. Bowers tips it to himself. He's going to skate it right through the center. Here he comes through the neutral zone. He's got Bowers with him. Gets around one, has it roll on his stick, gives it to Bowers on the sideboard. Bowers puts it back in deep for Bauer. And now he battles a Windy City player. Crowley comes in, takes the puck off of his stick, reverses behind the net for Bauer. Bauer battles it to the corner. He reverses. He's going to take it back in, tries to get to the front. Good save by Windy City's goalie, and that goes to far side, and that puck's going to get pushed out. Ian Bowers on a good back check grabs it back. He tries to go far side for Peterson, and nobody home as Windy City brings it in. Shin pad blocked by Peterson, blocked him behind the net, and they're going to bring it out. They go to the point. They're going to take another long shot. That gets through. Easy glove save by Stutzer as he saw it the whole way. Blues make a wholesale line change. They send out Spatansky, Wessel, and Blanchard up front. Defensive pairing will be Miniman and Komodowski. 5:55 left here in the second period. Blues lead by 2. Spatansky lines up for the draw to Stutzer's left. It is a toss-up, and Blues able to push it right through the Windy City defense. It's going to go all the way down. They pick it up, take it behind their own net. Stop there, reverse. And then they try to flip it out. That's his right to Komodowski. He takes a hit. He still battles for the puck. Windy City pushes it forward. Spatansky grabs it, and he gets it to Komodowski off the hit. He goes to Miniman. Miniman chips it forward to Blanchard. Blanchard chips it in. He's going to go in on the forecheck, beats his man to it, takes it to the side, tries to hit Spatansky, or that was Wessel, and good play. Wow, they called a penalty on that. I'm not sure. They're going to call it roughing. He had the puck, so I'm not sure. That was borderline. We'll take it, whatever. Komodowski goes to box, minute 30 for roughing, as it might have left his feet for a little bit, and they give him a 10-minute. So Komodowski gets a roughing 2 and 10, it sounds like. And Blues sending a player to the box. That will be Crowley serving the minor. So I'm assuming it's a 2 and 10. I think it looks like he might have left his feet, which, you know, it can go either way. I didn't see anything that warranted that. Maybe run in the mouth, I don't know. But yeah, he gets a misconduct, so he goes for minute 30 and 8-minute misconduct. Windy City misplays the puck, and it comes out of the zone. They're going to have to hold up as they're trying to clear the zone. And Wessel comes away with it. He chips it forward. He's going to hassle the Windy City player all the way back in, and here he comes. This is their one-trick pony on their power play. 17 gets the puck, and he skates it all over the ice until he tries to get a shot. Blues have done a good job shutting that down so far. They grab the puck at the neutral zone. Brooks puts it back in, not far enough for icing. Wessel hits his man. They go far side, and they're trying to set up 17, and here they go. And they bring it to the outside. They're going to send it to the point. They go near top of the circle. Shot, pad save, good redirection of the puck by Stutzer to put it far out of reach of anybody, as that was a rocket of a shot. Windy City controls behind the Blues net. They reverse in the corner. They take it, shot, that hits the outside of the post, and Brooks' clearing attempt picked off by a Windy City defender. Quick shot, that's a blocker save. Miniman grabs it, he reverses, he sends it all the way down. They're going to call off icing as the Windy City player was turned around and could have played it had he not been going for a line change. So no icing by rule. Malachi Smith grabs it, he sends it hard around the boards, and Windy City comes away with it. Shot, that goes far side to the post here. Boyer now in. Blues power play or penalty kill is over as Crowley out of the box as he was serving Komodowski's minor penalty on the major or on the misconduct. And Windy City, lots of pressure here. They reverse it into the Blues corner. Try to send it to the front. That's out of the reach. Goes all the way to their point. Good forecheck by Ian Bowers and good pressure and clears that all the way out. Blanchard all over it. He pushes him deep behind the net. And Windy City now, after some good sustained pressure, has to, wow. And there's a penalty against Windy City. They go to the box for tripping. As Blues go right back on the power play, they kill off the penalty. And then at 3:07 left in the second, Windy City player goes to the box for tripping as he got his stick tied up in a Blues player's skates. Blues send out the Giorgio line with Rubis and Brooks on defense, so we'll see some different defensive pairs as Komodowski's in the box for his misconduct for the next 7 minutes or so. Giorgio lines up to take this. He's looking to bring it back to the point. Face-off is one back to Brooks. Brooks goes to Rubis. Rubis back to Brooks. Back to Rubis, top of the point. He goes to Boyer. Boyer tries to hit Giorgio. He gets knocked down. Puck squirts to Rubis. He gives it back to Boyer. Boyer gets it back from Rubis. He's at the top of the far circle. He gets it down low, tries to hit Zilm. It rolls off of his stick. Boyer comes in and grabs it, and he circles, gives it to Giorgio. Giorgio with room, shot. That is a good save by Windy City's goalie to keep this, and Blues are going to go on a 5-on-3 power play as another Windy City player is going to the box. And let's turn on. And another Windy City penalty behind the play as 18 decides to trip Giorgio as he's skating past. And he gets a misconduct for it, so he's got 10 in the box. So Windy City losing their patience a little bit here and taking some silly penalties late in the second period. Blues will be on a 5-on-3 for a minimum of 56 seconds, maybe a bit longer depending on what they called on that second player, as he that was a really bad penalty after the play, skating away and just took Giorgio's legs out from behind, and he went down hard. So Blues go on to the 5-on-3 power play. Let's turn the power play music back on just for fun. And Giorgio lines up to take this draw. Windy City's bench clearly not happy with that penalty, but it was pretty clear as day that it was a penalty. And I'm not sure what the discussion is about. Maybe the first penalty, that one may have been a little weak. I don't know if I would have called that one, but the one against Giorgio was clearly not a smart hockey play. Blues are going to keep Giorgio, Zilm, and Boyer up front with Rubis and Brooks on defense. Five on three for about 56 seconds. And we are ready to get this game back underway as Giorgio lines up to take it. Blues did win it. It was taken over by Windy City, and Brooks gloves it down. They're going to say it's offsides. I don't know how they call that. He was inside the zone when he gloved it down, and they called it offsides anyway. Giorgio lines up to take the neutral zone face-off now. Face-off won by Giorgio back to Brooks. He gives it to his partner, Rubis. He crosses the red line. He brings it in. He reverses at the top of the circle, brings it back to the point. He goes to Brooks. Brooks back to Rubis. Rubis to Boyer. Boyer, far side. He tries to get it to Giorgio. It hits a stick, goes to the far corner. Brooks retrieves it. He sends it out to Rubis. Rubis has it fanned on that. He circles. He goes back to his partner, Brooks. 21 seconds left here in the 5-on-3 to Boyer. Boyer to Rubis. Rubis to Brooks. He's got room. Shoot. That's on net. Tipped into the netting. And we'll have a stoppage in play with 1:50 left here in the second period. 13 seconds left in the first penalty against Windy City. We're still not sure what they called on that trip after the play. If he got a minor penalty with the misconduct, he should stay in the box, and the Blues should continue their 5-on-3 for another 7 seconds. Blues win the draw. Peterson gets it to Miniman. Miniman back to Peterson. He steps up. He goes to Harris. Harris tries to go down low for Schneider, hits a skate. Schneider grabs it, goes back to Harris. They did not call a minor penalty on that last play. Miniman gets it. He goes behind the net for Schneider. Schneider has to retrieve it far corner. He grabs it. He has it roll on his stick. He comes away with it. Windy City steals it, and they throw it back out. Miniman has to regroup in the Blues zone. He reverses, takes it behind the Blues net, and here come the Blues as they reset. Bugner gets it from Miniman. Bugner skates it. He brings it into the zone. He's got a man all over him. He reverses. Peterson stops and grabs it. Peterson tries to push it forward. Two Windy City players there, and that's going to do it. We're back to 5-on-5 as the Blues couldn't really get anything going. Good hold by Harris at the line as he's got room. He goes to Schneider. Schneider shot. That's a save by them. Get it to Bugner. Bugner gets shot off. Another shot. Multiple shots. And Bugner comes away with it. He goes to Peterson. Peterson shot. Goal! Peterson with the puck from Bugner, who got the rebound off Schneider's shot. And Peterson buries it. So it should be Peterson from Bugner and Schneider as the Blues go up by 3 with 43.4 seconds left here in the second period. Blues send out a fresh unit. They have Crowley with Bauer and Bowers up front. Rubis and Smith will be the defensive pair. Face-off is tied up at neutral zone. Finally pushed into the Windy City zone. Bowers grabs it. He takes a shot. That goes just wide into the far corner. Here comes Windy City back out with it, and Big 17's trying his patented play where he skates it all over the ice. Picked off by Smith. He gets tripped. No call. It's going to go deep in. I don't think we get another call for a while here, as Windy City's coach is clearly not happy as they're taking more. Quick pass to Crowley from Crowley to from Rubis to Crowley, and Crowley buries it over the blocker of Windy City, putting the Blues up 4-0 here with 12.8 seconds left in the second period. Good passing. They let Rubis be wide open right in the top of the slot. In smart play by Rubis, hits a wide open Crowley, and he one-times it right over the goalie's blocker. Beautiful play by the Blues. Face-off is won again. Rubis gets it around one man, hits a skate. He's going to just put it in deep here with 7 seconds left. Bowers in on the forecheck. Crowley intercepts. He's going to hold it there, and that's going to do it for the second period. Your Blues lead 4-0 going into the third period. Not sure if we'll have a scrape or not. Last couple games, I guess there hasn't been enough time. So we will see what they're going to do here, and we'll be back for the third period here shortly. And we are back. Sorry about that. Had to step away and go to the little boys' room. Looks like we are starting the period with Fugner, Schneider, Harris up front. Malachi Smith and Rubis will be the defensive pairing. Windy City apparently got the puck into the blue zone off of the initial face-off, and Max Stutzer made a save. Blues now clear to the neutral zone. That's how they reach a Harris, and they pass up the sideboards. Good play by Fugner to break up that action. He knocks his player down. Smith comes away with it. Smith reverses to Schneider, it's right to the Windy City player, so the Blues have to regroup in the neutral zone. Windy City goes far side, pass out of the reach of everybody. Rubas picks it up. He takes it into the far corner. He sends it harder on the boards the opposite way. Schneider in a race for it. He gets there, deflects it high. Harris picks it up. Schneider clears it out to the neutral zone, and they're going to put it back in deep. Rubas, first man to the puck. He goes up the boards for Harris. Harris tips it for Fugner. Fugner forward to Schneider. Schneider able to get it in, and he goes on the forecheck, picks up the loose puck. Around one, shoot! Great save by the Windy City goaltender as Schneider picked up a loose puck and got free, and better save by the Windy City goaltender. Wessel gets it from Smith, who was going for a change. Wessel comes away with it. He goes far side for Miniman. Miniman, man all over him, puts it in deep behind. Sutansky grabs it. He takes a hit. Blanchard helps him out. It comes up to the sideboards. Good pinch by Miniman. Holds it there. He sacrifices the body. Then the skate. Pops out to Spatansky. He goes to the outside. Drops it for Brooks. There was a Windy City player in between them. And here comes Windy City back into the blue zone. Their shot hits off of Brooks' sticks, and that goes up into the netting behind the Blues net. So 14-18 left here in the third. Blues up 4-0. They send out the Spatansky, Wessel, Blanchard line up front. Defensive unit is Brooks and Miniman. Face off, won by the Blues. Wessel brings it out through the neutral zone. He's got Blanchard with him, tips it to him, and here comes Blanchard with room. Gives it to Wessel. Wessel shot, amazing save again by the Windy City goaltender. Windy City's goalie has made just some absolute unreal saves. As this game could be even more than 4-0, and then Stutzer at the other end has had some brilliant saves as well. So a good goaltending matchup today. Blues have just had more good breaks. Face off, one to the point to Miniman. Miniman goes to the sideboards for Wessel. He hits Blanchard right in the center. He's going to take it to the outside. He takes it behind the net. He's looking for space. He sends it behind the net for Spatansky. Spatansky goes out to the, well, he stops. He tried to go to the point, but got hit. And now Blanchard's going to help him out. And that puck is sent. Wow, high hit by 61. He's been dirty all weekend. Puck comes out to Wessel. Wessel right towards the middle. He's got room. He takes a shot. That goes just high. That's going to go all the way out to the point. Brooks has it pushed around him. And breakaway for Windy City as Max Stutzer up for the challenge. Breaks that one up. Windy City gets their own rebound. Push it towards the front. And Windy City took a late swing at Stutzer there as he was down on the puck. Man, Windy City picking up their physicality in not a good way as they're going high hits now. Hopefully they get that under control. Blues send out the Giorgio, Boyer, and Zilm line. Defensive pair will be Malachi Smith and Peterson. Face-off will come to Stutzer's left. Giorgio lines up to take it. He wins it forward. Windy City rolls it off a stick. They take a shot that gets blocked. Boyer now battles on the sideboard. It deflects high in the air. Smith grabs it. He goes out to Boyer. Boyer to Zilm, or to Giorgio, excuse me. Giorgio gets it back from Zilm, who had tipped it to him. And here they come. Good pressure by Boyer as he gets it to Zilm. Boyer has to step back across the blue line to avoid the offsides. Windy City's goalie tried playing to the defenseman, hit the back of their cage. Good step by Peterson. He flips it towards the front. Rebound in front. Boyer there causes a disruption. Zilm now battles for it. Windy City clears it out. Good step up by Malachi Smith. And a Blues player is going to the box for a 10. So they're giving, who are they giving that to? He called a misconduct. I don't know if there's even a minor penalty on it. So Boyer is going to the box. I don't know if there's a minor call here or just a misconduct. So Boyer goes to the box. Not sure what for, but it will be, So just a misconduct, no minor penalty. So he must have said something as he was skating away from the player. Ref didn't like it, so it should be 5-on-5 hockey. And Boyer will sit the next 8 minutes as we're playing minute 30 penalties by rule. So 5-on-5 hockey with 12:43 left here in the third. Boyer goes to the box for a misconduct. Face-off was won by the Blues. It is picked off by Windy City. They bring it to the outside. They go to the center. Oh, man, somebody was sitting on the back doorstep, couldn't get their stick on it. They send it out to the point. He skates the line. He puts it in deep, and Blues are going to battle behind the net for that. Crowley's back there. They reverse into their own corner. Malachi Smith goes for it. He pushes it forward, and Windy City comes away with it. Shot. That deflects on. Loose puck. Wow, what a stick save by Stutzer. And another save by Stutzer, and finally, Windy City's able to crack him. So Windy City gets on the board. It's now 4-1 Blues as they had immense pressure there. Blues counter with the Fugner, Harris, and Schneider line up front. Defensive pairing will be Brooks and Rubis. 12:09 left here in the third. Windy City figuring out who's going to go where. Face-off is won by Windy City out of the reach of their defenseman. Schneider on the forecheck causes a turnover. Harris has it bounce off of his stick, and here comes Windy City right back the other way. They go around Rubis. Rubis, good step up with the stick, pushes it to the corner. Schneider grabs it. He puts it off the boards, tries to hit Fugner, who can't beat the Windy City player to it. They reverse in their own zone. They send it out to the neutral zone. Brooks grabs it. Right back up to Harris. Harris puts it in deep. And here come the Blues on the forecheck as they bring it behind. So they go far side. Schneider knocks him off the puck. Keeps battling him. They send it around far side, and here comes Windy City through the neutral zone. All Blues players back. They take it to the outside, drop it for their number 17. Good stick by Harris, breaks it up. Fugner tries flipping towards the blue line. That gets picked up. Schneider hits his man. He grabs the puck. He takes the hit, holds it on the boards. Windy City sends another player into battle. It goes down low. Windy City towards the front. That's picked off by Schneider. Schneider's pass is picked off again, and they're right back in as Schneider intercepts the next pass. He pushes it forward. He keeps battling with Fugner in the corner, and Windy City pushes it back behind. Brooks grabs it. He goes to Rubis this time. Rubis flips it high up and out. It hits the glove of Windy City player. Schneider grabs it. He puts it in deep, and he's going to go for a change as Blues struggled to get anything going on that shift. So fresh unit onto the ice. Peterson and Miniman on defense. Spatansky, Blanchard, Wessel up front, and Wessel picks off a pass. He's got room. Oh, and what a good stick by Windy City, and then Blues have to put it back in offsides. So 10:22 left here in the third period. Komodowski's misconduct is over, so he's back on the ice. It will be Miniman, Komodowski on defense, Spatansky, Wessel, and Blanchard up front. Face-off is going to be taken by Spatansky. He ties up his man. Blues come in to help him. Miniman's going to pick up the loose puck. Or I'm sorry, that's Blanchard. Blanchard sends it forward to Wessel. Wessel chips it into the zone. He pushes it deep into the corner. Sends it out to a wide-open Rubis. Net is off by a quarter of a mile. And I guess ref didn't see it. And finally they blow the whistle. So we'll have an offensive zone face-off to Windy City's goaltender here with 10:07 left in the third. The Blues lead 4-1. Spatansky, Blanchard, Wessel continue up front with Miniman and Komodowski as their defensive pair. Face-off won by the Blues. Back to the point. Komodowski shoots. That is stick to the corner by the goaltender. Spatansky battles for it. He puts it in deeper for Wessel. Wessel tries to go out to the point. It gets deflected. Goes right to Spatansky. Back to Wessel. He skates it out of the corner. He takes it out to the top of the blue line. He sends it down to the corner to Miniman, bounce over his stick. Spatansky grabs it, reverses. Blanchard picks up the loose puck. Blues are going back to the power play as there's a hook on, I believe, Spatansky. Blanchard has it, shot, that's on, loose puck, and again, net knocked off by Windy City as Blues had pressure. So Blues go to the power play. They're going to have Bugner, Schneider, and Harris up front, I believe. No, it is going to be a new combination here. We will have Schneider, Giorgio, Zilma up front with Malachi Smith and Brooks as the defensive pair. Boyer's in the box, that's right. So their winger's missing. Face off, won by the Blues, hops over Smith's stick. He regroups in the neutral zone. He goes to his partner Brooks. Brooks back over to Malachi Smith as he had a bounce on him too. They go forward for Zilm. Zilm puts it in deep. It's picked off. And here comes Windy City back through the neutral zone. That is a high stick. They're not going to call that. And it gets put in deep. Blues are going to have it settled by Stutzer behind the net. Malachi Smith grabs the puck. Blues set up. Drops it for Brooks. Brooks reverses in his corner. It is Windy City. Heavy pressure on the penalty kill here. I like that. They send it back. It goes all the way around. Giorgio picks it up. Giorgio reverses on the sideboards. He's going to skate it out. He goes up to Malachi Smith. Malachi Smith brings it into the zone. He pushes it forward as he takes a hit. They put it in deep. They're going to send it all the way around. Brooks grabs it in the point. He puts it back in deep for Zilm. Zilm puts it back in for Giorgio. Giorgio skates it behind the net. He's going to take it to the far corner. He goes out to Brooks. Brooks shot, that is on, but glove save by the Windy City goaltender. 26 seconds left in the Blues power play. They're going to send out, let's see who this one is. Crowley, Bauer, Bowers with Rubis and Peterson on defense. Crowley lines up to take this offensive zone face-off to the right of Windy City's goaltender. Bowers crept in, so Crowley gets tossed. Windy City sends it back to the point. Rubis has it. He walks the line, gets around one man. He's going to go across top of the circle. He's got space. Shot. Stick save by the goaltender. Goes far side. Peterson tries to throw it right in front. It comes all the way out to Crowley. Crowley gives it to Peterson. Peterson's pass to Crowley tips off a Bauer. Windy City sends it back to the point. Rubis sends it over to Peterson. Peterson shot. That gets on. Pad saved by the Windy City goalie. Bowers comes away with it. He's got space. He tries to get the shot off. It's knocked off of his stick, and we're back to 5-on-5 hockey as Windy City brings it back into the blue zone. They're going to put it far side and take a couple extra whacks at Rubis as he goes by. Number 18 is, excuse me. And clearing attempt is picked off by the point, and Blues are going to go to the penalty kill as this ref loves to call cross-checking. So Blues, 29, goes to the box for cross-check. Blues send out Wessel and Spatansky up front to kill this late penalty kill. Minimin Komodowski will be the defensive pairing. Face off, won by Windy City. They send it out to the point. They go D to D at the line. Back over to the other D, near side. They try to get down to the circle. Pass far point off the mark. Comes all the way out to the neutral zone. They go D to D at their own blue line. Wessel on the forecheck causes a turnover. He's got Spatansky in front. He's also got room. Shot. Goalie. Wow. That is a dirty, dirty hit by a dirty hockey player. That's like his third one. He's gone. Yep, go on back to Europe, wherever you're from. That is nasty. Wow. That's his third of those this game. And he is just out to hurt people if he can't score goals, it looks like. So Blues go to 4-on-4 hockey now. Not sure what they called. They didn't do any hand signals. But it is, I guess, a 2-minute penalty. Or a minute 30 penalty, whatever it was. They called it. And, they did. They called it a 2-10, as they should have. It was a high late hit, head first into the boards. Luckily, no injury to Wessel on that play. Same unit for the Blues for this 4-on-4 now, and it was one back to Komodowski. He makes a move. He sends it towards the net. Spatansky picks it up, drops it for Wessel. Wessel takes it behind the Windy City net. He's going to skate it through the corner. He gets collided with by two Windy City players, and here comes Windy City 3-on-3 back through the neutral zone. They send it far side. Good step up by Komodowski, breaks that up. Miniman grabs it. He goes up to Wessel. Wessel forward to Blanchard. Wessel again hit late behind the play, and Blues able to put it in deep here as Spatansky stays on the forecheck, caused them to lose the puck. They finally get it back. They tip it forward, and here comes Windy City through the neutral zone, 2-on-2. They bring it into the Blues zone. Knocked off of his stick by Miniman. Komodowski grabs it. He reverses behind the net. Blues don't know where it is. Miniman goes to retrieve. He goes up the glass. He gets it to Wessel. Wessel's going to bring it in. He gets around one man. One more to beat. He reverses. He goes far side for Komodowski with the sauce pass just out of his reach. Komodowski brings it in the corner, reverses. He goes far side. He's looking for somebody. And that's going to do it for the 4-on-4. Blues now on the power play for 15 seconds. Fugner has the puck. He skates out towards the line, and there's nowhere to go with it as everybody was covered. He gives it to Komodowski. Komodowski, far side for, who is that? That is Malachi Smith. Malachi Smith hits Harris, and here comes Harris. He's going to bring it into the blue zone. He's got numbers, and good step up by Windy City as they knock it off his stick. Fugner comes in, slips in, picks off the puck. He's reversed behind the net. He goes out to the point to Smith. Smith over to his partner Brooks. Brooks shot. That is on net and deflected there. That's going to be sent all the way down, and we will have an icing against Windy City with 5:29 left here in the third period. No change in personnel for the Blues as they had just completed the line change on the fly. They've got Fugner, Harris, Schneider up front with Malachi Smith and Brooks as the defensive unit. Face off won by Fugner back to Brooks. Brooks skates the line. He takes a shot. That's tipped down by Harris. Harris gets his own rebound, sends it out to Malachi Smith. He shot. Pad save. That comes all the way up the point. Good pinch in by Brooks. Schneider's going to battle in the corner. He tips it for Fugner. Fugner, he skates out the sideboards. He gets hooked. No call. They come away with it. Great play by Fugner. Breaks that up. They get it back to the point. Harris now pinches in and holds it, and Windy City comes away with it. Schneider knocks it off of his stick, goes back to the defense. Smith gives it to Brooks. Brooks back to Smith. Smith far side hits Harris. Harris is going to skate through the neutral zone. He brings it across the blue line, and he has it knocked off of his stick. Schneider now battles. Windy City battles with him. He takes a cross check. They push it out to the point. It goes past their player. Brooks now battles. He puts it right back in. That puck is just barely offsides as they had to pick it up. And Tyson Boyer has served his time. He is back to the Blues bench. Blues send out Giorgio Zilm up front with Blanchard. And defensive unit is Peterson and Rubis. Blues win the face-off. Peterson throws it in the zone on net. They're going to send it far side. Rubis picks it up in the blue zone, sends it right off the boards. It is tipped to Giorgio from Zilm. Giorgio around his one man. He takes it towards the net. Oh, knocked off of his stick by a good defensive play by Windy City. Loose puck to Blanchard. Blanchard has it roll off of him. Nobody can control it. Windy City comes away with it. They go far side, and he's back into the zone 1-on-3. Good step up by Rubis, and they're going to call a penalty, and they're calling head contact. What a terrible, terrible call on that. And Windy City, with some extracurriculars, is going to go to the box as well, it looks like. So Rubis is going to get a 2-10 for head contact. 44 for taking a dumb penalty after the play goes to the box. You get a power play. You don't start swinging fisticuffs. You let them go and you take your power play. And 5-on-5 hockey. And I guess they changed Rubis's from a 2-10 to just a rough after the Windy City player decided to retaliate. Windy City trying to delay the face-off here by talking to their players. And now they're doing a late line change. Five-on-five play continues with 4:06 left here in the third. Rubis got lucky there as Windy City took that penalty late. And I guess they forgot about the 2-10 that they signaled when they first called it. Malachi Smith comes away with the face-off win. Giorgio, he blocks it off the shin pad. He's going to bring it into the zone. He tries to split the defense, gets it to the outside. He sends it back to the point to Smith. Smith over to Peterson. Peterson shot tipped just wide by Giorgio's stick. Windy City grabs it. They are able to clear and heads up 2-on-1 through the neutral zone as Peterson's only man back. Pass over, connects. Good diving play. And that puck is somehow put in the net. So with 3:35 left in the third, it is now a 2-goal game after a 4-goal lead has shrunk here in the third period. Blues send out Komodowski and Miniman on defense. They're going to send Fugner, Schneider, and Harris up front. Fugner lines up, take the draw. It is won by Windy City. They go into their own zone. Schneider on the forecheck, and they go D to D. Miniman pinches and pushes that puck into the corner. Heads up, they got space in the net. Komodowski tips it to the far corner. He goes into chase. They go behind the net, and Fugner and Miniman there battle for it. Fugner comes away with it, goes up the boards to Schneider. Schneider tips it around a defenseman. He hits Harris, and Harris now is bringing it through the neutral zone. He's got Schneider with him, and Harris brings it. He takes it behind the Blues net. He goes far side to Komodowski. It bounces over his stick. Komodowski reverses. He tries to put it towards the net. That gets blocked down by Windy City. Their pass off the mark. That goes all the way to the blue zone. Windy City, Miniman beats him to it. Windy City grabs it off the boards, though, and they take it deep into the blue zone. Miniman stays on him. They reverse back to the corner. Windy City comes out with it. They send it out to the point. Good step up by Fugner, breaks it up. Miniman goes the opposite way. Harris is going to have to go into the corner to grab that one. He gives it to Komodowski. Komodowski has it knocked off of his stick, and Windy City puts it back in deep. They got a man wide open in front, can't get the puck there. Komodowski grabs it, and Harris had enough of this. He sends it all the way down, and that'll be an icing so the Blues can change. Blues, I believe, one of the teams called a timeout. So we'll have a timeout by one of the teams at 2:21 left here in the third period. 4-2 lead for your Blues. And we'll be back for the remainder of this game when this timeout is over. And we are ready to get the third period resumed after that timeout. Blues are going to send out Spatansky, Blanchard, Wessel up front with Malachi Smith and Linus Brooks as the defensive pair. Windy City's goalie is preparing to go to the bench as they're going to try to get this to within a one-goal game. So I would assume if they win this face-off, he goes straight to the bench. And face-off is tied up. Blues come away with it. Blanchard grabs it. He's going to skate it into the neutral zone. He chips it up, and that is going to go all the way down and just far enough for icing. Defensive zone faceoff will be taken by Spatansky. He ties it up. Blues come away with it. Brooks has it behind the net. He goes hard around the boards. Windy City grabs it at the point. They put it back in deep. Malachi Smith chips it around one man. He battles three. Windy City's goalie staying put as he keeps looking to the bench. Blues come away with that, and Blanchard chips it around one man, and then Windy City able to clear it back. Spatansky has to hold off as it would have been offsides, and here comes Windy City. Goalie out of the net. They put it back in deep. Malachi Smith grabs it behind. He goes hard around the boards. Oh, that is offsides, and they did see it. I thought they missed it, but it came just out of the zone. You can see it from all the way down here. So 1:33 left here in the third period. Windy City's goalie retreats to the top of the circles, where he will wait to see if his team wins the faceoff. Blues continue with the same five-man unit. Face-off is won by Windy City. Spatansky blocks the entry. Windy City comes away with it. They take a long shot. Glove saved by Stutzer, and he holds on to it. And that will be a defensive zone face-off to the right of Stutzer with 1:24 left here in the third, as Windy City is going to keep their goalie pulled. They send out Giorgio, Boyer, and Crowley up front with Peterson and who's the defenseman, Rubis, still out on defense. Face-off is won by, it's a toss-up. Now they're battling on the sideboards. Windy City tries to go far side. Tyson Boyer grabs it. He reverses, tries to get the line. There's so much snow he can't move it. It is grabbed by Giorgio. He throws it towards the net. Good play by the Windy City defenseman to hold on to that. And then he throws it down in what should have been icing. He was 3 feet on the wrong side of the line. No call. They go behind the net. Rubis grabs it. He sends it out of the zone. Windy City regroups in the neutral zone. They pass it behind their back far side. They're going to bring it right back in here. Take it to the outside. Rubis keeps him there. Shot. That is a blocker to the corner. Rubis grabs it. He goes high off the glass. It's knocked down by Windy City, and then he grabs it. He's going to throw it down. That is going to go not far enough for icing as Boyer on the heavy forecheck. And now Giorgio comes in. He picks off the pass, and Blues almost able to hold as finally Windy City grabs it. Peterson grabs it. He puts it back into Windy City's zone as they're going to chip it up the sideboards the opposite way now. They put it deep, picked off by Peterson again. That comes all the way down, and that one will be icing. So 11.8 seconds left here in the third. Blues leading 4-2. Blues will keep the same five-man unit on the ice. They really have stopped Windy City from getting anything going. Windy City has conceded the game at this point. They just don't want to give up the goal differential. So the goalie stays in net for the remainder of this game. Windy City's goalie does not look happy with how this game turned out. Face-off won by the Blues. They go hard around the board's far side. It's picked at the point. Long shot. That is blocked in front. Rubis is going to hold that in the corner. And now the scrum ensues. And surprise, surprise, Windy City throwing punches again. Every game we've played, that happens. And now you got one grabbing a kid by the neck. All kinds of fun stuff when you play this team. But this was a well-fought game both ways. Windy City made it interesting in the third period. And your Blues are going to come out of the weekend with a 3-1 record. They went down to Windy City 2-0 yesterday and 2 wins against Omaha, and now a 2-goal win against Windy City. Overall, pretty successful weekend, and Blues are headed to Boston next weekend, or Buffalo, excuse me. We're going to Buffalo. We'll be playing several high-quality teams up there as well, so 2 back-to-back weekends of really good hockey. We have the Pittsburgh Penguins Elite on Friday, I believe. We have the Toronto Marlboros at some point, and then we have the Oakland Grizzlies as well, and I don't remember the other game. But going to be a good weekend of hockey. We will see you next weekend from Buffalo. Until then, we'll see ya.